And that would be roughly the last time that I'm going to look at my phone for the rest of today. Hey, it's Joshua Vergara. What's going on, everybody? Let's try not using a smartphone and just use this, the Ticwatch Pro 4G LTE. That's right, I'm spending a day in Manhattan using mainly just this, the Ticwatch Pro 4G LTE, which now has LTE activated on Verizon Wireless. Now I have this thing activated and it doesn't cost too much to have a secondary device aside from your smartphone plan in order to have full connectivity with the watch. But in this challenge, I'm going to have the smartphone as much in my bag or in my pocket as possible as I use the watch for as many things as I can. One of the reasons why I had to still use the phone at the beginning of this challenge is because the watch was connected to my smartphone via Sleep as Android. You get the companion app on the Ticwatch Pro and you are able to do sleep tracking throughout the night. And the best part is, since I'm staying somewhere else at someone else's place, I didn't have to disturb anybody with a loud alarm. It has a silent alarm that just uses the vibration motor inside of the watch itself. Sleep tracking is also really nice because it shows me what kind of quality sleep I'm getting. And together it allows for very minimal battery life consumption throughout the night, but I still had to charge this thing up so I was fresh to go the moment I stepped out into Manhattan. I will admit though, there are already some applications that just don't exist in Wear OS's Play Store. It obviously just depends on the phone being connected to it, so you get notifications. The main app that I'm actually missing already is Google Voice, and I'm supposed to be meeting up with somebody a little bit later, so if I need to communicate with them, they just gotta call me on the watch itself. The only way that you can actually use full applications on here is if they are made for Wear OS as standalone apps. One of the best ones that I use is Telegram, which I was using throughout this particular day to communicate with multiple people, including a one Jaime Rivera, who you'll see later on. Best coffee near me. Made my way to Chelsea Market. One thing that I realized about using navigation on the watch is that it does actually require, for the most part, a connection to a smartphone, which is a little bit of a bummer. So what this challenge is proving so far is that it's hard to actually put the smartphone away for long periods of time. In other situations, you just have to have things done beforehand, like for example, downloading playlists off of Google Play Music using the LTE connection or a Wi-Fi connection if you happen to have it. That way you have music locally stored on the watch and then you connect a Bluetooth headset, which is actually what I did a little bit later in the day, as you can see, and I was able to listen to a lot of great music while I ran around Chelsea. But again, this is about illustrating the types of things that the Ticwatch Pro 4G is able to do. That way, if you're in a pinch, you don't actually have to take out your smartphone. And one of them was actually a call. Hey, yeah, I can walk into the market right now. Hey, can you hear me? It's Josh. Well, because I'm trying to call you via the watch, and I'm recording right now. For the record, call quality was actually really good on here. I asked Jaime how I sounded coming through the watch itself. After all, I had the watch about this close, so it should have been able to pick up my voice very easily. Truth be told, the speaker on this thing is actually pretty good. I just have to hold it up to my ear in crowded places or loud places like out here in the streets of the meatpacking district, or Chelsea rather, because we're going to Chelsea Market. Now, I wasn't expecting the watch to actually last the entire day. After all, this is a usage scenario that I think most people out there might not actually do on the daily. I was really being a power user with a smartwatch, which is something that I didn't think I would ever say. That being said though, being able to listen to music for the latter half of my walk throughout Manhattan was actually really nice. And again, this video is just illustrating all of the different things you can do with the smartwatch, especially if you just want to leave the smartphone in your pocket. You know, one thing that kind of sucks? You can't take a picture of your food using a watch. But that's okay, I have the camera here for that. But you know what? The watch, with minimal usage of my actual smartphone, got me here to Chelsea Market, got me to communicate with this guy, and we were able to get together to have these awesome tacos.
You know what else it's not going to do? It's not going to eat the freaking tacos, so let's do it.
All right, let's go. One thing to keep in mind about this little review of mine, yes, the Ticwatch Pro 4G LTE has exercise capabilities. It's able to do fitness tracking. I'm obviously not going to the gym today though, but maybe by the end of today I will have hit 10,000 steps. So that's something that you can definitely see on here, even on the secondary screen when you're not using the watch at full capacity. So let's see what happens. Still got a few hours left in the day. When it was all said and done, the watch stayed in its super power saving mode. That's the secondary screen here that looks a little bit like a retro LCD watch, and you still get to look at the time, you get to look at the dates, the battery level, which obviously is depleted at this point, and of course a step count. I didn't use this watch for any actual workouts today, but I did get over 20,000 steps running around places like Chelsea and the West Village in Manhattan. And considering how tired I am right now, I think that's fairly accurate. And so that will pretty much do it for this No Smartphone Challenge. It was really fun to try using just a smartwatch for a change and not really look at my phone throughout many portions of today. However, I think you can tell how I feel about this watch in this video. It's still a great companion to an Android smartphone. After all, this is Wear OS. There are a lot of great applications in the Wear OS Play Store, but most of what you might end up doing on the daily is incumbent on the phone being connected to the watch. That way you can actually get your notifications, see all of your little bits and pieces of info, and then when you do want to do a couple of things that the watch allows you to do, like take phone calls, text using the mobile network, or even just use a few applications you do find that work standalone, well then the watch allows you to do so. But in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and call it on this one. Thank you so much for watching this fun little vlog out in Manhattan using this particular watch as my main device throughout the day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We are so close to 100,000 subscribers on my channel, and I have a couple of fun bits and pieces for you to watch, especially since I'm here in New York with a lot of our buddies. So from there, drop some likes on these videos and get down into the comment sections. Let me know if you got a Ticwatch Pro 4G LTE for yourself, and let me know what your experience has been. And until my next video, I would just remind you to enjoy your tea, everybody.